Dear friends, a pregnant girl was buried alive in a grave. What happened next will make your soul tremble. Dear friends, stay with us until the end to learn about this lesson-filled incident. This is especially a lesson for our mothers and sisters that a person named Sorrowful tells this story. It happened about 5 years ago. I was part of a gang that used to steal. After stealing, we would separate and hide somewhere so that the police wouldn't catch us. One night, after robbing a bank, my companions and I immediately fled. My companions managed to escape, but I came into the sight of the police and they started chasing me. I kept running and changing paths, and eventually I managed to hide from the police. Then I got on a bus and got off somewhere far away. I had no idea about the place where I got off. My only concern was that the police shouldn't catch me. The place where I got off was completely deserted. I thought I would spend the night in the cemetery and leave in the morning. I was very tough and strong-hearted. I had never been in such a state as I was that night. That night, I decided to spend the night in the cemetery that I had a thick shawl that I wrapped around myself. I was about to sleep when I heard a voice. It was the voice of a girl saying, "Brother, don't kill me. I haven't done anything. Don't kill me. I am not guilty." These voices were coming from a distance. I saw a few people dragging a girl towards the cemetery. One of the boys said, "You have no shame. You have ruined our honor. We thought you were at Aunt's house, but now we know you are illegitimate and impure." Seeing this scene, I was shocked. One of the boys said, "Hurry up. Someone might see us." They quickly buried the girl alive in the grave and left. I started digging the grave again because I had seen that she was buried alive. My whole effort was to get the girl out of the grave alive. When I heard the girl's screams from inside the grave, my effort increased. No one can be as heartless as the girl's brothers. Burying someone alive in a grave, where is the humanity in that? I was opening the grave and listening to her voice. My whole body was trembling. For a while, there was no sound, and I started to lose hope. But then suddenly, I heard the cry of a baby from inside the grave. Now I could also hear the girl's moans, meaning she was still alive. I was very scared, but whatever it was, I had to dig the grave and get the girl out. I gathered my courage again and realized that the girl was pregnant and had given birth to a baby in the grave. I mustered up the courage and got the girl and her baby out of the grave. I covered the girl's body with my shawl. The girl's condition was critical, and she was in pain that I quickly ran towards the highway. I signaled a van to stop. I don't know how, but even at that late hour, they stopped. They were scared. I told them that my wife and I were passing through the cemetery, and suddenly this happened. They believed me. One of the women said that these three need help. They're really in big trouble. The people in the car helped us and took the girl and the baby to the hospital. The girl started telling her story and said that her name was Zelica. She was a pious girl. One day, while returning from college, a boy started following her and gave her a letter in which he wrote that he loved her very much. And that's how our relationship started. Then it led to meetings. I had 5 brothers who would go to work, and I would invite him to the house. No one was at home. Under the influence of the devil, we committed a sin that we should never have done. That my aunt told me many things, but she had to save her honor. So she took me to the doctor, but it was too late. The doctor said that now the pregnancy couldn't be terminated, otherwise the girl would die. Now the matter had become serious. My aunt said that if your brothers found out, they would kill you. My aunt told my brothers a false story about my illness and said that she was taking me with her, that my brothers said that she cooks for us. How can we manage without her? We go to work during the day, and she takes care of the house. My aunt said that she is sick. You should get married. If you need someone to do the housework, get married. I spent 9 months of pregnancy there, but when the time for delivery came close, my brothers came to my aunt's house. I don't know how they found out that I was groaning. On one side, I was suffocating, and on the other side, the labor pains had started. With a sincere heart, I repented to Allah, promising never to commit a sin again. If any of my good deeds had ever pleased you, then save me from here today. I knew that at midnight in the cemetery, no one would come to save me. But at that moment, Allah, for a moment, I thought that maybe my brothers had come back to save me because at that time, no one else was in the cemetery. But then my mind stopped working because the time for the baby's birth was near. After giving birth, people go to their graves, but the life of this unique baby started uniquely, taking its first breath inside the grave. I had promised Allah that I would never commit a sin again and would forget all my sins, that I had forgotten my Lord, but see how Allah helped me. Today, I think about how I disobeyed my merciful Lord for the sake of someone who accused me of immorality and left me in the middle of the road. At that moment, I also repented to Allah and decided to marry Zelica. The decision to marry Zelica was only for the pleasure of Allah, so that Allah would be pleased with me. Now Zelica and I are living a happy life. Today, I feel that there is peace and light everywhere in my life. Subhanallah. Dear friends, I hope you liked our story today. If you did, please share the video with your family, friends, and relatives so that they can also learn a lesson. Thank you for staying with me till the end of the video.